It's Wednesday, 2000 hours. Welcome to I Now. My name is Preston Jane One. Today, we are speaking about balancing between profession, politics, and also putting in some charity because we all want to make it a better place for you, for me, and the entire world. Now, today we are speaking to Brenda Majune. Welcome to the show, Brenda.
Thank you so much,
You
Preston.
wear lots of hats. Would you kindly just tell us what you do before we get deep into the conversation?
Thank you for having me, Preston. My name is Brenda Majune. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Other than that, I am a certified professional mediator, and I am a fellow at the Center for Strategic Litigation, having been trained as an expert in public interest litigation. And above all, I am a budding politician with the Kanu party and a daughter of Gideon Moi. I serve in the Daughters of Gideon Moi Secretariat as the legal officer.
How is it being a lady and at this young age and having made all these milestones in your profession as?
Well, the legal profession, like many other fields, is very vast, and there's a lot of opportunities, especially for those who are coming in. For instance, as a young person, I have the option of going into private practice. I can always open my own law firm. I can work for corporates. I can work for international bodies. I can work for the government. So there's a lot of opportunities, just that someone has to be willing to put in the work, to learn the craft and to grow. And even the old ones did not get there in a snap of a finger. They have put in years of hard work and training and perfection to get where they are. So there's a chance for young people to grow.
You, I don't know if this is right, but you have written a charter for Kanu or something.
Yes.
Would you kindly just tell us about that?
The Kanu party has rebranded, and today we call ourselves Kanu Fresh. There's a lot of opportunities for young people who want to try a hand in politics at the Kanu party. For instance, when I joined the Kanu party, I was put in the legal department, and as the party is rebranding, they're trying to bring up new documents and to polish on the old documents like the party constitution, just to be in tandem with the current times. And looking at me and my skills and abilities and my knowledge, I was invited to join the party's legal department to help them revamp the documents that are there in the party.
We'll just be talking about young people and how they can get involved into politics later in the show. But yes, I want you to speak about Daughters of Gideon. What is Daughters of Gideon, and where is the clear-cut line between Daughters of Gideon and the political aspect of Gideon Moi? Because when a person mentions Gideon Moi, whatever pops in your head first is this is a person who has a very big political ambition.
Well, first and foremost, I have to take you back to what exactly Daughters of Gideon Moi is. This is a non-governmental organization that has brought together 10 young professionals who are ladies, young ladies, who are in the secretariat. And we have a lot of members all over the country in the different counties. And our main aim is we have actually 3 agendas. We want to empower girls, we want to restore dignity among girls and women, and we also want to preach peace. And why Daughters of Gideon Moi? This organization has been there for about 2 years. And so when we looked at Kenya's society and the political spectrum and how things are going, we thought politics influences a lot in our daily lives. But then there's a way in which politicians have been completely distanced from humanity. And we decided among ourselves that we want to identify a politician with whom we share the same ideologies and someone who believes in what we do. And so looking at all the politicians who have a future in this country, or rather who have a lot of influence, we identified ourselves with Gideon Moi. He's a very calm person. He's very non-confrontational. And he does a lot of charity, just that it's not publicized out here. And so we approached him. We told him what we want to do. We told him we want to practice politics with humanism, except we want to give a human face to his name, to truly highlight what he does for the society. And he accepted for us to use his name, except it's not in political light at all. It's purely humanitarian.
With you giving politics a human touch,
Yes.
is it the reason why you have people from across the political divide coming to make the composition that is Daughters of Gideon Moi?
As a matter of fact, the Daughters of Gideon Moi Secretariat has all the secretariat of 10 young girls. These are people from completely different political backgrounds. They are not members of Kanu party. They have no inclination to the Kanu party, but we are connected with our humanity. We know that the needs of a human being or the needs of a girl in Mandera are the needs of a girl in Kibera, they're the needs of a girl in Busia, and that is what has connected us together, humanity.
Does it bring a strain in your relationship? You belong to Kanu, of course.
Yes.
The others.
Yes.
Does it introduce a strain between them and the parties they belong to or subscribe to?
As a matter of fact, no. All I can say is it actually opens up the country and gives politics a whole new face. Because when people hear about Gideon Moi, they don't expect Daughters of Gideon Moi to go to certain areas of this country, which are ordinarily presumed to be strongholds of other political parties. But humanity is humanity, and we are all connected by our needs and the love for fellow humans. And so in places where ordinarily, if we were a political faction, we would not go. We go because people know what we're coming to do, and they appreciate that it's not politics, it's purely humanitarian.
Your activities are you are a very vibrant group, and you move around trying to empower the young women, older women also, and the young girls. Why would you settle on women? Is it because daughters and the daughters have to pull their side of their gender, which is women?
Yes, you see, we are women and we associate better with the needs of women and girls. And to the places where we go, we endeavor to reach out to young girls because we also understand the problems that young girls face, sexual and gender-based violence, economic discrimination, things that ordinarily some opportunities that men would easily access, women have been left out. For instance, the girls that we go to touch, some can not go to school because of basic things like lack of sanitary towels. Some are young mothers having incurred teenage pregnancies. And some have actually dropped out of school, but they're looking for an economic activity. And you see, if they don't get something to do, the first recourse will be getting married. And when they get married that young, the likelihood that they will end up in dysfunctional marriages where they are abused and have multiple children and continue the cycle of poverty is very high. And that's why we target them, so that we help them to stay in school, we help them to focus on their lives and to realize that there's opportunities for them if they only wait and do the right thing.
How long have you been in existence?
Roughly 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Gideon Moi, again, I'm going back to the name Gideon Moi.
Yes.
When the name is mentioned,
Yes.
what comes to your mind is politician,
Yes.
very powerful family.
Yes.
He wants to be president.
Yes.
How do you balance between now charity and his political ambition and his association to Kanu and the current regime?
You see, first let me talk about balancing charity and Gideon's name, right? To the places where we go as Daughters of Gideon, but we do not go there as politicians. We go there as philanthropists. And so we do not get into political conversations at all. We get into conversations that empower the girls that we talk to. And fortunately, we've been able to create very good partnerships where we have had partners that have given us walking aids and food and other things that we take to persons with disability, old people. And so the discourse of politics is completely out of the picture when we go to the ground as Daughters of Gideon Moi. And on the other side, you asked whether, just remind me what you said.
No, I just wanted to know, how do you detach Gideon Moi from these activities, the charity activities you're doing?
Yes.
And also, do you give a disclaimer and tell people, yes, specifically here for charity. We are not here to market Gideon Moi as a politician.
All I can say is actions speak louder than words. We have gone to more than 10 counties in Kenya so far, the last trip having been to Kilifi just the other weekend. And we have never faced any kind of opposition. We've gone to places that are ordinarily not very friendly to Gideon, like Bomet County.
Yes.
But the reception is amazing because humanity is humanity, and human needs connect us. When people see what we have come to do and we are not talking about politics, we have never faced opposition or any kind of questioning as to why we are there.
What is Gideon Moi's input into Daughters of Gideon, apart from his name being associated with the charity movement?
All I can say is he's been very receptive to us. He understood very well what we're doing, and he has supported us by allowing us to use his name and giving us that platform. We are young women. It's not easy, but when we approached him and we told him what we want to do, he was very quick to see that we are actually looking at positively impacting humanity, and he was very receptive, and for that we really highly thank him.
What type of support?
He has given us a platform. He has allowed us to use his...
All right. On that note, we take a short break here on Why Now. When we come back, we'll keep on speaking to Brenda, Majune, and just get to understand everything that is about her, about Daughters of Gideon, and also her political involvement.